We're going to be going live here in just 1 minute, guys. This doesn't seem to be transferring away. For those of you joining later, I'll go ahead and put time code down in the description of when we'll be starting. Just giving it just a quick minute here to get everything going.
Shady silhouetted images and industry teasers are finding their way into our homes and invading our minds. Their calculated information is delivered to feed our addiction for radio-controlled frequencies. It's an RC conspiracy. But we are on your side, cracking the RC code. Because the truth is out there. Welcome to the RC Conspiracies podcast. Get your decoder rings ready and put on those tinfoil hats because your fearless leader is here. Please welcome your host, the lead RC conspiracist, Tony CC. Tony CC. Welcome to the RC Conspiracies podcast.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to another RC Conspiracies. Trying to get my head in the game here tonight. Been a busy day. Busy week, busy weekend, and a lot going on. So trying to get everything prepped up here and make sure everything's running right. There's a terrible lag on the live streaming setup through YouTube. So I've gone ahead and just quickly tried to open up the page in the background that'll be more up to the timing that you guys are at in the chat and all of that. So today is going to be open topic RC conspiracies. There's no real big conspiracy that we're chasing after at the moment. And the beard is gone. That was a bit of a mistake. It was a little bit more razor intense than I meant to be, but it grows back pretty quick. I'm beast mode when it comes to growing hair on my face. So it won't be long. I just kind of like to not shave and then let it go and then just shave it and then let it go and then shave it. And so I never look the same for very long. Anyway, Mr. Ellen says, did you receive the Wide Max kit? Well, that's a very good question because I did get the X Max widening kit. I ordered it from Traxxas. I got the black one, as well as a really cool note from Traxxas that told me about all of the local RC shops in my area, which I thought was super cool, honestly, that they were promoting going to your local shops to buy stuff. So all of the Traxxas retailers around, they gave their addresses for like 8 shops or something. I don't know. I posted on Facebook. You could see that. But yeah. Phantom's guest channel. Jack says beast mode. Wonder where you heard that. Jack, man, you're going to get a little special shout out in here as well. I've got you tabbed over on one of these sides as I go through my my shameless stuff that I do at the beginning of the episodes. Let's do that. Shameless plugs. Be sure to check out the Teespring products for CCxRC, guys. They now on YouTube even have a little store link that'll take you there. So if you just go to like About Me or whatever, you click my little logo below my video, it'll take you to like stuff that you can see about me. And one of the things is community and store. I found that out today. Pretty cool. So makes that easy to find. Cool stuff on there. RC Conspiracy stuff. That's Not Scale t-shirts.
That's not scale.
We've got the Clodbuster. My other car is a Clodbuster. Towels like this one here. I had to try one, so I ordered up one of the towels. The RC Conspiracies tapestry, which is over. It's actually behind the son of a digger body panel. Anyway, lots of cool stuff on there, guys. You don't have to buy anything, but I wish you would. While my batteries charge podcast, you guys, that's the other thing that we're doing these days. Podcasting for you. Basically talking into this same microphone, looking at this same screen, but there's nobody out there in the chat world where all of you guys are right now. So there's all the stats behind the scene. Good for you to see that. Today we had on Rich Morgan from the RC Network. RC Profiles. We'll be doing some of those. I've reached out to about 10 other people. I'm scheduling, trying to work out to get some RC Profiles, people's channels, whatever RC people on the podcast. So be on the lookout for that. It's also just behind the scenes kind of information. The RC guys wants a shout out. I'll give you a shout out. No, I'm not. I'm going to shout out the Phantom's Guest Guitar channel. Guys, go sub to him. He didn't ask for it. Steve O.D. Tamiya. Lots of action going on. You guys, there's 46 watching now. Look at that. 17 thumbs up already. Not even any thumbs downs yet. I usually get like 2 of those before we even start. So, yeah. Anyway, so the While My Batteries Charge podcast, be sure to check that out. RC Network. You guys know who Rich Morgan is from the RC Network. If you don't, you've been living under a rock that our RC cars have been crawling over for the past 7 years or so. Not mine, but other people's. I've only been crawling for 4 years, maybe 5 years. Great tutorials. Interesting info about him. I didn't know that he had just gotten into the hobby right before he started his channel as well. Pretty cool info. So be sure to check that out. Oh, what else do we got here? Epic RC Video Productions. Mr. Phantom's Guest Guitar channel is in the chat in the wrong one to get people clicking on it. Oh, no, he switched over. Be sure to click on the Epic RC Video Productions in the chat. Go on over and give him a sub, you guys. Been doing awesome things for the RC community for a while. Check out this car, CCxRC all over it. Yeah, there. Oh, close-ups. Poppies. Oh, Steve O.D. with 313. Axiomatic. More CCxRC. Lots of them on there. He's got an Arctic White 6x6 as well. Right here. So, yeah. Very cool stuff. RC Guys wants some love, too. He's got 41 subscribers. We'll show that. Says he needs some more. This is what this night is about. Travis Paul's in the house. What's going on? We're going to let, just give some people some shout outs. Show off their stuff. Steve O.D. The top sticker's the best. Yeah, the CCxRC one on the top was pretty sweet. But he's got that Arctic White Traxxas 6x6. Awesome slow motion stuff on here, guys. Some of his slow-mo is the best. I got in touch with Jack early on. So I started my YouTube channel, and then Jack was like, hey, I've got a group on Google Plus of all places. It's non-existent anymore. I think Jack closed it down. But, yeah, he introduced me to the Tank. He introduced me to Xavier, all these cool people in his groups that got hanging out with. And, the rest is history. From that point on, they're still hanging out. We're still all hanging out. And, yeah, it's been awesome. Axio's there. He's in the chat, too. Jack's getting all on me. He says I've only shouted him out 2 times in 6 years. Oh, Jack. Another shout out. You guys have probably, if you're on Instagram, you have seen his stuff. Fresh Squeezed RC. This guy could use some subs. What he does with his Kyoshos and everything is outstanding. Especially the videos he puts. The short snippets on Instagram are some of the most fun RC videos ever. The burnouts, the drifting, it's amazing. So go sub him. One of my projects coming up is actually based off of what he's doing here. I was watching this video on here in the house, and so these, I was trying to figure out how he did them. They're actually Losi parts that was actually part of a Losi crawler thing you could buy at one point, I guess. And so he somehow got his hands on them. But the rest of it is using the cloth, plaster cloth, basically. And so I was already, once I started Googling how to make mountains and stuff with craft stuff, I found the plaster cloth. And so we're going to be doing that, making a small scale course. I have a bunch of stuff from Walmart sitting over here to my right, just on the floor. My office is trashed right now. It's usually in like some state of being trashiness. Right now it's in like an epic state of trashiness because I've got so much stuff. And I got some cool stuff to show you guys. I'm going to get to the chat here. We're going to flow into that for a little bit, see what you guys are saying after I get some of these done. But yeah, I want to do some of this stuff. Epic RC Video Productions, Fresh Squeezed RC. Definitely want to check this out. Check out what he's doing. He's got Kyosho sends him stuff because he makes baller videos with their Kyoshos. And so he got one of these early, and he built this whole little crawler course that has this. It's funny because there's little animals and stuff too. And I actually bought some of this stuff, this moss, at Walmart in their craft department. But I actually bought like the little tin things that you bake in that are really kind of like easy to crumple. And so I'm going to make like my hills and stuff out of that where I can just kind of push in the aluminum and kind of crumple it into different shapes. And then I'm going to plaster over that to harden it. So that's one of my ideas. Lemonade. My busy lemonade. RC lemonade, fresh squeezed. Brett Lugwood had asked earlier, have I seen the HackFab Losi 2.0 oval race conversion? Seems really cool. They have a Facebook page and website. That sounds like something we should look into. Jace McNeil, you should do an RC conspiracy theories with JTRC. That's a great idea as well. JT, though, is at the gym right now, pumping some iron. And I mean, that guy is so ripped. But he's one of the people I'm trying to get on the podcast. I'd scheduled him last week, but then I ended up having somebody invite me to a concert. But by the time I got home, too, we didn't have power. It was raining here, and somebody crashed into the electrical pole right outside our neighborhood. We were without power for like 5 hours while they fixed it. So I couldn't even use this system to record the podcast. But he's going to be on the podcast for sure. I've invited him to do this too, but the scheduling is kind of tough. So I've got some stuff in the works. It's busy. busy here. So I'm trying to keep up and trying to do a lot of this stuff, getting everybody plugged in for the different things I've got going on and all the different conversations I have going with people. Some exciting news. I'm going down to Monster Jam World Finals this year, May 1st through 3rd. They have a huge RC monster truck event there. They basically make a scale version of what the guys compete on for the World Finals. It's epic. And I'm going to go down there and film it. I'm going to take the Primal down there. Primal's doing some stuff, so I'll be running the Primal. I'm not running any of the other stuff because I want to really film it and show all of the awesomeness that they're doing. And, yeah, that's my plan. So getting back, RC Voodoo's in the house. Trail Critter saying Monster Jam. I can't wait, guys, because Monster Jam around here is either on the beach, which is pretty epic. Monsters on the Beach is a cool show. Or we've got like a really small arena, and they can barely do like a slap wheelie in there. Like they can't jump at all. It's so tiny. So this is going to be epic for me to be at the Camping World Stadium. And I bought tickets for my family to sit like for freestyle. We are down in the center, down front row almost. We're going to be up in it, man. It's going to be epic. Chase McNeil says his comment is in the video. It is. Very much in there. Peter RC Basher, can I charge the battery charged? Podcast. Yeah, man, I've got a list, so I'm going to be working through it, and we'll get in touch with you. So definitely reach out to me on Facebook. That's the best way to do that, guys. Steve O.D., Ford Field. Yeah, they have pretty awesome shows at Ford Field. So I've got about 10 people I'm working through. I've got another list that I'm working down, but let me know so I can add people to the list. Go get a new RC28. Travis Paul, are you doing No Limit Finals this year? Of course, man. I live right by No Limit RC Finals. I am like 45 minutes from there. We'll be there all weekend. We'll be bashing a bunch of stuff, I'm sure. All trained. Do you think Traxxas will make a Cybertruck? It's a good question. Peter RC Basher, Instagram's fine. Just find a way to get a message to me. I don't post emails, so you have to get in touch with me. The tank. Gonna have to shave. I know, I went too far. I went one level too far. All right, so there's a couple other things I do want to show you guys because things are pumping here. Going to go back over to this screen. You guys were talking about this earlier. They've only got, I think, like 2,000 of these that are being made. It's the Losi Mini T 2.0 that was just re-released. Well, it's the 40th. Tires are epic. And they're even engraved on the bottom or etched or whatever they do. Look at that. I don't know how I just did that. Magic, I think. Because I didn't click anything, but look at that zoom in I got going on. But, yeah. I love my Mini T, but to have one of these would be sweet. I'm not going to get one because I already have them. But see, they're numbered 1 of 2003. So, yeah. There must be some significance to 2003. Don't know what it is. That's their 40th anniversary, so it probably says to honor the year the original Mini T was released, 2003. Boom. We're smart. We can read. Kevin Talbot has a son. He's in here now. Kevin Talbot Jr. 11 Charlie's in the house. How's it going? Peter RC Basher. Google it. So what's the RC28? Does anybody know what the RC28 is? Am I the only person that doesn't know? Is this Team Associated? Old school? It's all right. RC10 replica. That's kind of cool looking. Tiny. 1/28 scale. All right, so what did I want to show you guys? Oh, this epicness. We talked about this in the last Conspiracies. The Kaiju. There's so many pronunciations, guys. Kaiju is what I heard, but then they say like Kaiju in the videos. But RC Driver got one, and we had questions. Could it backflip? Yes, it can backflip. And it looks super great, actually. Pretty fantastic. He does break it. again, some of those landings on flips, if you do it wrong, they break. So Greg Vogel gave it a pretty good beating. Great run. Looks fantastic. So for the price, definitely interested. I love the look of it. It's grown on me, especially when you see it out there running. It's kind of a cool little mashup of a bunch of looks. So that was that. Locally here, this is what I went to on Sunday, is the new track that just opened up, Coastal RC Speedway here in Chesapeake, which is where I live. And we've got a carpet off-road track. So you know what I've been looking into. Yeah, carpet off-road cars. Check this out too, though. They've got these like oval track that they also convert to an on-road track. They remove the pieces, so it's dual purpose. Pretty epic. Something to look into. But what I've been looking into is the TLR got my attention for carpet. Sweet little guy. Back ordered, though. This and the stadium truck I've got interest in. So, yeah. RC Funds Diversions. Tony wears this. It's in Chesapeake off of 464, kind of in Bainbridge area, I guess. Anyway, it's a pretty sweet looking track. They've got a crawler course in there that they've made with a bunch of rock, and they're making a pretty big mini Z course as well. So it looks really epic. In fact, here is their page. Whoops, that ain't moving. But there's a cool group here of guys that have a whole bunch of different footage from it and all that. But yeah, looking to get into it. Do some off-road 10th scale 2-wheel drive buggy. Kind of what I'm looking at. But this Team Losi Racing is what's got my eye, is getting one of these guys. And also, I've been looking at their, what is it, TLR 22. Whoops, that didn't work. The stadium truck. Bull Gear says, LOL, I love back orders. See it all the time. Peter RC Basher, get a drift car and drift the oval. I have a drift car. It's right behind me. We've got a pretty cool drift track, though, in Newport News. And I haven't shown any of the race footage yet, but we've been doing our monster truck stuff. Has been indoors, and that's been pretty cool. But it's really slick. It's like drifting monster trucks in the corners. It's super cool. And you don't have to worry about the weather. So that's been great. I do have a couple things. I'll leave the chat up here. Sean's RC Adventures. What's going on, man? That I want to show you guys. Maybe I'll go full screen. Should I go full screen? I probably should. So there's a couple things. Products that I like and things I thought I'd kind of share with you guys a little bit, but maybe not yet. I'm doing something. You guys know what this is going to be for? Here. It's a blue chassis of sorts. See if you guys, I got to wait because of the stinking delay. So this would be a good time to throw in a little favorite controller these days is the Spectrum Rugged, DX5 Rugged, one-handed driver. Got mine all decked out with custom paint with a paint marker. I really wanted the orange one, but it wouldn't come out in time, and so I made my own interesting concoction of stuff. Says hold on here, fix me, because there's tools inside here that you can fix the trucks with. What does it say? Oh, down underneath here it says pull the trigger. Push for fun is the power button. So, see if the comments are coming up here. Oh, Sean's RC Adventure. Peter Basher. You guys know what it is. John's RC's, you're wrong. Steve O'D's right. So is Axio. Man, you guys were on it. You knew what it was. You saw that blue thing. So, I also picked up this guy when I was at Hobbytown. And I also picked up the blue chassis there. And I have a... What did I get? I got a body. Here's a Proline body. Because I really like the J Concept ones. But they looked harder to do. And so when I looked at the Nova, the 69 Nova from Proline, painting it just looked way easier to me. So that's what I went with. Less work cutting stuff out and doing the stuff that you have to do with the J Concepts one, which theirs looks amazing, but the time investment isn't there for me. So, yes, we're going to be doing a dragster. Now, I can already tell you that Team Associated has really done an amazing thing, because cost-wise, to do this, if you want to do it right, you get like the Bandit VXL, because it has the Metal Gear transmission, has the right width of the arms that you need. Then you put in the slash conversion, lower LCG, to lengthen it. But that alone costs $300. And then I need a body, $50, wheels, $60, because you need to buy, well, at least with the J Concept, it's $20 for all four wheels, and then $20 for the rear tires and $20 for the front tires. So you're already at $400. Then you're going to need to find some way to do sway bars for the rear, at least, for it. All of that stuff's already included with the Team Associated DR10, which is not out yet. And I kind of wanted to try one of these. It's already brushless, which, this one's brushless because I went that route. So, yeah, we'll see. Epic RC Production says Spewing sold his 1996 vintage Bandit. Whoa! Chase McNeil, what would happen if you brought the Primal Raminator at the indoor track? I would be banned for life. Is the Brush Bandit the same drivetrain as the VXL Bandit? No. Slow Flow RC Life. It is not. The VXL has metal gears and some other type of slipper. So, yeah. I don't know all the stuff that's included with the DR10, although it does look pretty sweet. The associated one is only $320 RTR, or $310 or something like that. It's a killer deal. And, yeah, it's going to... I don't know what it's going to do for this slash drag build people, but whatever. That was one thing that happened, but that's not all. Oh, no, that's not all. This happened as well. It's kind of loose in here, because it was on display on the shelf in there. So it's rolling around on me. So this is another Chevelle, the SS, and it's a 70. So this is not going to be a drag car. This is going to get, oh, that's just so bright. It's just too bright. We can tone it down though. Hold on. It's going to get the cop kit installed by Firebrand. So I'm going to get a clear body of the Chevelle. It's the closest I can find. It's going to get the cop lights, the police lights on it. And this actually has stickers in there, which you can kind of see the little sheriff looking silver, or I mean, that's silver gold right there, star. You guys guess what that's going to be? A police Chevelle. So going back to the other page here. I haven't gone yet. There, now we've gone. So the closest thing I could find to any of these cars would be maybe like this one over here. And it's not that close. Whoops. Don't want to play this. Don't want no copyright strikes. But let me just see if it'll zoom there. Kind of could pass off as a Chevelle. It's got the curves. But nobody really has a body that would work for this. So I'm going to get a clear Chevelle. I'm going to paint it up. And we're going to kind of go with this style. Get sheriff stickers and stuff to put on it. I think it'll pass. It's close enough. I mean, something more like this, Roscoe's, would be sweet. But I can't find anything like it. You know, this could kind of pass as well here. Curvy. If I could put a new front end on, maybe pass from that Chevelle. So I don't know what you guys think, but that's kind of what I'm going for. Is this particular look. So to get the clear body for that is like $60 or $70. I've already got the white paint downstairs. Clear Kyosho Chevelle. Yeah, $60. So I don't know about you guys, I think I can pass that off right there with white. Get that gold sticker here. Get one up on the little fender here. I think I can pass that front end off and call it okay. See the sticker pack. Anyway, that's what we're going to go for. Give it a go. We're going all in with this thing. So, yeah, it would be cool to find a four-door. Bob Bake says. But this thing, Epic says, at Shen, Tony's hooked on Kyosho now. I am. This particular thing, this chassis setup, I love it. From the Mad Van to the Phaser Mark II 70 Charger, which I have here. This is the Phaser one right here. This one's getting prepped. I got some wheels being made for it that have the hazard wheels. Kind of look for it. But, yeah. General Lee. And I know it's a little bit controversial for some. And I kind of went to some people I know and I asked them what their thoughts were on it. Trying to be respectful. And they said, dude, we love it. It's from our childhood. Love the car. Do it. And so, again, I think that, you know, so much of this news tries to find the worst spin on everything. They try and get everybody riled up. I know that there's two groups of people that see the flag two different ways. And for me, this isn't about the flag. It's about the car, and what that show stood for. And I don't see any hate being represented in the use of it with this car or what this car represented that was using it. And so, I mean, I don't fly a Confederate flag. I would never fly one. I don't wear it on clothes. It's not my thing, because I know that it does, for some people, have, bad roots for them, I guess. So, for the most part, I don't associate or do anything with it. But I'm just associating with the show and what it stood for and what the values of the show were about. And, I could remove it. I could have not put it on there, which I thought about doing. I looked at getting, American flags and all that. But everybody's still going to see the car and they're going to think about what it was in the show anyway. So, and I'm not one for erasing history. I would rather have a discussion with people about it. We have a different mindset and we see the world differently now than we did in the past. And I think it's something to talk about and use as a discussion. I don't think that erasing it all changes anything, especially for something, in this show where you can talk about what the show is about, which is all about family. And so, yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into it. It's one of those discussions that, it can get people heated. And I get it. So, for me, it's about the car. It's about a childhood icon. Removing the flag, it's still in your mind. You picture that flag on that car, whether or not I remove it. So, I chose to go with what it was. And I don't think that we should change the history of what things actually were and what they represented. I think we need to use them to start discussions from and talk about why we view it differently now. So anyway, that is all. It was, I just know that I have to deal with it because I did choose to make this car into a General Lee. And so, I feel like I do have to at least say why. I'm not a racist person, compassionate person in many ways. People that know me know that. And that's why I went, first of all, right to friends to ask them, if it was going to hurt some of my friends that I hang out with and do RC with, then, that would have changed things right there. But a lot of them love the show, love the car, and it's different when it's there. And it really comes from what it's projecting. And in this sense, I don't think it's projecting hate because of the show, whereas the flag in other instances could be used to project hate. So, but again, it's just a touchy subject. So, that said, going to be doing some Dukes of Hazzard stuff, and it's about being Dukes of Hazzard and being rebels, jumping cars, trying to evade the police, and that's kind of where it's coming from. Other things for people that always ask, this is my rig for mounting up my cameras to get those low shots that I did for that other video. I just have my phone on this selfie stick that then clamps to my controller with this little rig here that the Tank told me about. Tank RC, Francois. It's a HAOPE Clip-50 and got on Amazon. And then this is a different bracket for holding other things. But this thing's amazing, and I would recommend it. Get a selfie stick that hangs low and holds a phone. You get right down there in the action. Get that cool slow motion with just shooting with your phone. Or you could strap a GoPro down there, however you want to do it. Steve O.D. says, finally bought one. Axial. I don't even know what I missed. I don't know it. But, yeah. You guys have any thoughts, questions, seen any cool news in the RC world? Midget Man RC, please do a full video of your wife filming you making videos. I still can't get over that she did that. And that she and my son were talking about me behind my back. Not cool. So the only other things new and noteworthy recently to come out, I don't even know, guys. RC conspiracy wise, I'm kind of in a slump as far as the new stuff. There's a few little things that have kind of popped up. I know that F1 car from Charisma came out, but there's some issues with it, I think, because of it being sold from China. Might be hard to get your hands on one right now with everything going on there. So CCxRC says he finally killed his Traxxas X-Max. Whoa. That's crazy. Chase says there's a video of a primal raminator pulling a pickup truck. Do you think it's real? I totally think it's real. Put it in neutral. Yeah, I think it could pull it easily. And that's actually the owner of Primal that's doing it. That's who was doing it. Everyone's talking about their crush on Daisy Duke. Bill Bake says Jack can find you a 4-door. Tim Hewlett says, man, don't ruin a Chevelle with Popo lights. Swamper says it's a bit of a stretch. We'll see if it's a bit of a stretch. I think it'll work all right. Here's that Charisma. Check that thing out. This also is like a 500 limited run. The only thing that scares me about something like that is part support. Anytime somebody says limited run or limited edition, that's all I can think about is what about when it breaks? So it's not really meant to be run or something. I don't know. It looks so good though. Super simple. Guess you could fab something out if you did break something. Love the shock setup here. Chase says I should race RCs to the track in a unicorn costume. That could probably happen. What's going on, St. Louis Cyan RC? Hashtag SCG. Ed Perez, am I going to put brushless in the Mad Van? I think I'm going to. Shen RC, the new J Concepts drag tires that are belted. I don't know what he's referring to. I'll show you the J Concept cars or tires that I did get. I chose not to do those. And actually, J Concepts, if you guys haven't seen it, has a really cool drag setup sheet here that tells you all the parts that they use for their Street Eliminator build. So if you come in on this, there's actually on a different, like a blog, you can download a sheet that has all the part numbers. You can just click on them and it goes right to a spot where you can buy them. So some of them are talking about how they're being modified or whatever. So this is basically it. I chose to just, if you want to do the black chassis, you either have to RIT dye it or you have to get the kit and then you can buy a black chassis on top of the kit for another $20. I'm just going to stay blue. It's all right. I don't mind it. They did the Traxxas aluminum wheels. I plan to do a longer bar off the back of mine. But the tires here that Shen is talking about are these hotties, the belted hotties. And, well, let me zoom in. I will have to force it to zoom. Tex/Bandit Street Eliminator wheels. $20 here. Thought it would fit that car pretty well. And then I just went down here for the Hotties drag tire. And I chose the green Super Soft for colder weather for now. But they also have a gold compound for anything above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, I wanted it to balloon a little bit, just like that look with the drag car. So Jake's RC says, what do you think is better, Traxxas 4x4 or Narma Sentin? There's several different Traxxas / 4x4s. Like the Platinum's kind of like they're decked out. The Arma Sentin's, bang for your buck. Awesome. The price of the higher end slashes, you could almost get into the Mojave by Arma. So there's that option. Michael Stewart's asking about shocks for his Outcast 4S. Not sure, man. Chase McNeil's pushing the unicorn hot costume pretty hard. Just reading through some of the comments here. No Budget RC has questions. That's a pretty low kV motor right there. $1,480 kV motor in his Creighton. Whew. Wondering how it's going to affect his run times. Not sure. Oh, Jake's RC brushed Traxxas / 4x4 Arma Sentin 3S brushless. Yeah, the Sentin. Those things, if you watch what we did with them with my son in the backyard, we put it off the send it ramp and just launch it. And it takes it. JD Passel says rain. Chase, no, you're good, man. I was just messing. I think it's hilarious. At Monster Jam at the beginning of May, No Limit World Finals at the end of May, and then the Horizon Fest is like a weekend or two after that up in Illinois. I mean, that's a lot of, one, money, two, time commitment, just, away from my family and all that. Because when you're doing these things, it pulls me away from family on weekends. So it gets tough. However, they're still in school at that point. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, no. Jeremy Smith says he's finally taking a break. Chase McNeil says if you get a sentence, just make sure you change your radio. We run our stock radio. We race them at the oval. We send it off the ramp. Don't have too many issues with it. Jeremy missed all the unveilings of the stuff. That's why we're looking at these drag tires. It happened. The Traxxas Bandit / drag cars coming. Pushrod to make 3D parts for the Chevelle. I should check that out. Yeah, Pushrod 3D makes some really awesome 3D parts. He has there's a logo in the back of that Fresh Squeezed RC video, RC Lemonade. Wow, that just went dark. Got dark quickly. But he makes some really cool 3D parts. I probably need to get some other things from him, like cans and all that. I got rid of my 3D printers, so yeah. Here, I can show you guys one other thing that is being done right now. Hazard. I've talked about it. But I haven't. Oh, shoot. What was that? Snap. Oh, no, those are real. Gonna find it first, and then we'll pull it up. Oh, shut up. I didn't see these. Well, wouldn't you know it? I'm an idiot. J Concepts has hazard wheels. Huh. Don't know if those will fit or not. 1.7-inch rear wheel. But here's what's being made. Are these 3D printed hazard wheels from Thingiverse. Thingiverse has got to be one of the slowest websites ever. They're so slow. So yeah, these are getting printed for me to put on the General Lee. I've already seen it. One of them has been printed and it looks pretty sweet. Just need to Sharpie it. Chase McNeil, the V-Car ACT with a Sentin 4x4. I would say the Sentin just because of part support. The V-Car SCT that I had is impossible to kill. The only thing that ever happens to it is I broke the body, and then the body post, the way that they mount the little clip or the post part has like a screw into it, and it's on a square peg that slides in and out, and sometimes it'll pop out. So you have to keep your eye out for it if it does. But other than that, that's an amazing truck. But there's no parts for it, really. The Sentin you got tons of parts for. I'm a real part support kind of guy these days. Even then I was, but you had to know that you could get the parts, it just would take a little while. But now it's getting harder to get some of those parts. So just make sure there's part support before you do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. That's kind of a open discourse kind of a day. And hopefully we'll have some news coming here on products that are coming out soon. Maybe some stuff coming up about the RC Monster Jam World Final stuff that's happening in the future. Things are going to get crazy for me here going into April, May. So we'll see what kind of things we have then. Kind of hearing some grumblings about some stuff that may or may not be coming. Not enough of a grumbling to really kind of come out with it. There was somebody saying that their hobby shop was saying that the Granite 3S was not, was being discontinued or something, which I think is crazy. Some of those things you have to check, and sometimes it's just that SKUs are getting changed or whatever, but I would find that hard to believe. I mean, that's such an awesome truck that, I wouldn't put too much weight on that. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys hear anything through the grapevine from people, stuff to even vet out if you don't know, I hear some stuff, and unless I vet it out, I like to have at least some idea of some things, or think that, a theory may be possible, but especially if it's something like the one I just said, because you don't want to start making people not buy stuff because you're putting out there that it's going to be discontinued. So, yeah, on that kind of stuff, definitely want to vet that out. And yeah, some of the other stuff, just speculating, like Red Cat coming out with the Ground Pounder 2. That's just me dreaming. So we're still dreaming. We need it. Red Cat, do it. We want it. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. As always, we will catch you next time here on the RC Conspiracy Show. See ya.